Okay, I apologize. My phone that I was doing my part one ran out of space and it just stopped recording. So I'm gonna have to change the settings and just move everything to my SD card. Anyway, so part two. Um, what I really need help with is the case. It's Tojak v. Mahoney in Civil Supreme Court in Allegheny County. And what I did was, and this is kind of funny, um, I actually purchased a P.O. box in a different town, and I mailed and served him because I could not find anybody. And I didn't want to ask anybody that I knew to, personally serve somebody who works for the Allegheny County Sheriff. So I go, well, which I would have felt a lot better about, but I opened a P.O. box in a different town. And I mailed it out from there because my address was probably well known. And in order to have some kind of assurance that I think that he would have signed for it, and it was a restricted signature, so he absolutely had to be the one who signed for it. I opened up the P.O. box, and then as soon as it was there, I canceled it and got my refund. Anyway, so I did end up having to serve him that way, and when I filed the verified complaint, and I guess it was an affirmed complaint, because here's the issue, is I also applied to proceed as a poor person. And so when you apply to proceed as a poor person, you get the index number, and I filed an RJI along with that so I could request a judge be assigned. And because I have issues with the judge in Allegheny County, the judge recuses himself, and I get a judge in Cattaraugus County. So Judge Plotz, Ploetz, I believe, has been assigned to this case. When I applied to be a poor person, because I make about $15,000 a year, so you still have car insurance, you still have telephone, you still have electric, you still have dog food, hay bales, whatever. So because I'm eligible financially for HEAP, I should be eligible to proceed as a poor person. Well, the Allegheny County attorney found no reason not to go forward, and that they agreed that I met the criteria to proceed as a poor person. Well, Judge Plotz thought differently. So Judge Plotz denied my motion to proceed as a poor person without prejudice, and he gave me 120 days to file a certificate of merit that says this case has merit. And I'm thinking to myself, when I did negligence, that this deputy was completely negligent when he did not offer me a receipt for my firearm, my courtroom keys, or my CCW. He did not have a warrant to come onto my private property, and that was trespass. And then he did not have the affidavit of my accuser. So even though he is in the civil division and he is certified by the New York State Sheriff's Association to be able to actually properly serve people, he clearly failed by neglecting to give me necessary items. So I filed the suit. I cannot, and I'm not filing a suit against the Allegheny County Sheriff. I am filing a suit against him because he chose to ignore procedure and protocol. And so to me, I could sue him, not the Allegheny County Sheriff. I've got no issues with the actual sheriff. We've always had a very good working relationship, although I think that perhaps he could be doing a better job disciplining his negligent employees, because there's a few of them. But this particular one screwed with me. So I need to either pay. Well, here's the thing. A lawyer is not going to want to just look at your case. So far, every single one, I have 6 lawyers, all has said no. Some I had emailed, they choose not to email me back. I think that's just rude. Very rude. So a lawyer would prefer to retain or make a decision that there's no conflicts. And at that point, if there's no conflicts, okay, I think that we can take on this case. I don't think I could lose this case. I think that he did not do his job. I have a motto. I never make a decision that will offend my God, my country, or my personal integrity. I go, you are not going to find anything that would have supported you taking my firearm. Absolutely not. So if you're going to do it the right way. The red flag law wasn't even a law. It was still a bill, for God's sakes. And you still had the nerve to come at me. And I think that was wrong. A sitting justice. And so you interfered with the voice of the people. And that, to me, is another issue. But what the judge said is I got 120 days, and so I want to say February 16th or February 19th. I can double check, but in the description, I will most certainly put my email. And so if a lawyer could contact me, how can I appeal this? Or if I could just get the funds and just pay for a damn lawyer, I'm like, that would be nice, but I don't really, I would like to beat them pro se. But what the lawyer did say, not the lawyer, the judge, let me see, I wrote it down. I need to pay for the index number to avoid the dismissal of the case. And then I need to file a certificate of merit. And that means I've got to pay a lawyer for me to continue to ask the court to not pay a lawyer. And so now I'm being discriminated against because I can't afford a lawyer. So I'm being discriminated against because I'm poor. That's a problem. Equal justice doesn't apply even if you've got the money. And then the justice system is not available to the average citizen like myself. And I am an average citizen. And I do not have access to justice. And that's a problem. And that's going to change. I'm like, hell, I may even just go to law school and offer free legal services to civil cases against the state or the county or the town, because that's bullshit. That I cannot get justice. And that I protected everybody's constitutional rights that came through my court, but yet nobody afforded me the same. They just violated right after right after right after right. That's bullshit. So I need to file a certificate of merit, which means I got to pay for a lawyer who's willing to just look at the merit of the case, which they'd rather be retained and then proceed with all the litigation because they want to make money. They want to make their $200 an hour, whatever the hell they make. I don't know. And then I will be able to file the papers. Once I pay, I want to say it's $210 for an index number, $95 for RJI, and then $45 for every motion. But I can at least respond to this motion. And guess what the motion is? They want to have the case dismissed based on its merit. So why the hell would I pay a lawyer to file a certificate of merit if I'm going to argue the merit of the damn case anyway? So if I can argue the case successfully and I can show that there's merit, what the hell do I got to hire a lawyer to tell me there's merit? So I'm not the one that screwed up. The defendant screwed up. So in the description is my email. It's Honeybee Empowered. It's got a nice beat ring to it. That's my PayPal address, but it's also my email address. I would like to actually appeal that decision. So I don't know what legal verbiage I need to use. I don't know. Do I need to get a stay? Do I need to get something that stops this from happening so that I can appeal it to a higher? Because you should not ask me to pay a lawyer for me to continue to ask the judge to not pay a damn lawyer. So I'm in a bind. Anyways, this is part 2, and that's where I need the help. If you can call me and let me know if you know anybody who works on contingency or pro bono, that would be awesome, because I do not think we should allow anybody to not be held accountable for violating constitutional rights. And it'd be different if I lived in North Korea or if I lived in Cuba or anywhere else but the United States of America. It's bad enough. Now, I'm a Yankee. I love New York. If I can live in New York, I can live anywhere. I do not like the regulations. I do not like the Second Amendment assaults. And one thing I want to come out of this, I want people like myself who have a permit to carry. Because if we can get rid of that, because you know what? Nothing is ambiguous about the Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. It's really simple. So really, the pistol permit regime needs to go away. And until that happens, at the end of this case, I want CCWs to be a protected group, because people are weaponizing the law. They're coming after just not anybody. If you can take a gun from a judge, why couldn't they take a gun from, you know what, you work at the grocery store, you work at a dairy farm, you work in retail, whatever. I'm like, I've already contributed, added to my pistol permit or my pistol collection. I've got a gun at every door now. Like, I don't feel safe. I'm suing the state, I'm suing the town, I'm suing the sheriff deputy. I mean, what makes me feel safe? You know, so I need to protect myself. It's not paranoia. I'm just being cautious. So anyways, if you can help me, that would be awesome. And what you need to do, if you know anybody who's been targeted like this, have their damn back. I feel so abandoned here. You have no idea. Anyways, Thank you in advance for any help that you can offer. All right, bye.